Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact for livestream number 25. Wow, as we continue our journey through the game to discover just how far can you go as a free-to-play player. We thought we'd hit a wall. We really did. Before the last livestream, we thought we'd hit a really big wall, which had been coming for a while, and if you missed the last stream, we actually managed to get past it, which I am amazed by. We managed to work our way through it, and we eventually came out on top, and we finished the Archon quest that we were stuck on, so it was incredible. Tonight the plan is to continue obviously where we left off, but also at the same time we are looking to try and see if we can upgrade the sword Bennett has. So we've been starting to pay a bit more attention to the domains and what ingredients you can achieve from these domains, because that's becoming a little bit more important now. Whereas before we didn't really worry too much about it, but we need the basic ingredients for Bennett's sword. So we'll look at that first, and then once that's done, commissions, and then we'll carry on some story and go from there. Yeah, ingredients are now becoming a big thing, and I've been lucky, I think, to get away with not bothering too much with them for a while. It was always going to happen at some point. As always, thank you to those who joined us this morning for the Assassin's Creed Black Flag stream. Another really enjoyable stream. As always, you guys are incredible for the support you give. And yeah, it's just been a brilliant time recently with the live streams and you guys. And I say recently, it's always the same to be fair. You guys are fantastic. Thank you to those who watched the new series that launched yesterday on the channel that has me and my son in it. Next episode that will be out tomorrow, which would include his first race ever on a console. It's an interesting one. So that goes live tomorrow. We've got the new series of Watch Dogs starts on Saturday, and obviously we've got live streams all week as well. So we've got another Black Flag live stream tomorrow morning, another Genshin Impact live stream tomorrow evening. It's all go at the minute. Another Car Mechanic episode goes live on Friday. Yeah. If you haven't seen the schedule, it is on the channel for this week, but it is pretty simple. Black Flag tomorrow morning, Genshin Impact tomorrow evening, no live stream Friday, Saturday evening, Black Flag. That's kind of how I've done it this week. And we were discussing, I've discussed it a few times in Discord and on live stream about Forbidden West. The trailer for it, a new trailer for Forbidden West went live today. It is incredible. If you haven't seen it, have a look at the Forbidden West trailer. It is amazing. We have decided we are not streaming Forbidden West until March. We're going to leave it a couple of weeks. Reason being for that is mainly to allow people to play it themselves so we don't ruin the story for them. So we'll delay our streaming of it just so you guys don't have the story ruined. There's nothing worse than ruining the story for someone. So I know there'll be lots of YouTubers out there that will want to stream it immediately. But me, I prefer to wait. I'm kind of one of these that I don't want to ruin the story for you guys, and I will obviously stay away from any spoilers until I'm ready to go. And I kind of begrudge spoiling these things, so we are going to stay away from it as long as possible and just give you guys a chance. Okay, we need to complete a Teapot mission, which is what we was aiming to do. We'll start with the Bennett sword. This is what we was talking about the other day, because I think it was Irene was explaining that we might have better off changing the sword. Then I found we can actually enhance this pretty soon. We need this ingredient here, which is the fetters of the Dandelion Gladiator and domain of Thirsting Capital Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. That is today. We check the domain. The domain is there. We have it. We can go and do it. It's the basic one we need. It should be a quick and easy domain to run through, and that will give us the basic ingredients to upgrade his sword, and then we can compare the one Kaya has and decide which one Bennett's going to use. We were discussing this in stream. I think it was yesterday with Irene actually. Good evening, Paul. How are you? So we'll head to the domain first. Then we'll do commissions after domain. Once we've got enough to upgrade it, we'll do commissions. And then probably look at the Teapot mission that we were in the middle of the last live stream. We've got a couple of hours tonight to see how much we can get done. Commissions are obviously the important thing. We're nowhere near ready to do temples because we're missing the Prima Gems to do so. Hopefully we'll find them soon. Good, Paul. Glad you're well. Okay, so we want to do the basic one. There's no need to go too high because all we need is the basic reward. We could obviously go higher, but I don't want to risk pulling the actual 3-star weapon ascension material when I don't need it. So at this point, we may as well stick to the lower one to make sure we get it. If we get the ingredient we need, that's my thinking, and it's worked so far for us. So that's the important thing. You started Genshin Impact like 2 days ago. Oh wow, we've been playing it a couple of months, and we only started because some of our subscribers were playing it themselves, and they said give it a go. So we started it, live streamed it, and yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far. There's a lot of luck involved in pulling the characters that are good. And to be fair, we've done 24 live streams, 23 actually, 23 live streams until we hit a wall. As a free-to-play player, we had got away with not really worrying too much about upgrading or grinding materials. And then we hit a wall on a story mission, and we spent 10 minutes upgrading stuff, and we managed to get past that wall quite quickly. And I expected a wall to hit sooner. So the game, as long as you're enjoying the game, the story's quite interesting, and the elemental reactions are really good. So as long as you're enjoying it, it's a nice playthrough. It's quite relaxing, and although there are going to be walls to get past in terms of progression, they're not that bad, and they are doable. Okay, so in this we need Cryo, Pyro, and Electro. So the only one we haven't got in is Cryo. We can stick it in now. So that's to switch Sucrose out. Kaya.
Ready when you are.
And we should be okay. This is a level 15 domain. And like I said, we're just after the base raw ingredient to upgrade Bennett's sword. That's all we're after. So it should be fairly simple, quick and easy. No point going higher than we need. That's the plan. Yeah, absolutely. I was surprised we hadn't hit a wall earlier, to be fair. Because I hadn't grinded materials or anything, and we kind of just were okay. And then we got to a point, it just went a little bit too difficult, and the main story just stopped. But then it didn't take long to get past it, and I was quite happy. You know, it's still difficult because I've upgraded our world a few times. So it's got its difficulty level. But at the same time, the challenge is there, but it's not impossible, if that makes sense. But you know that it's still a challenge, which is good fun. And if you love exploring, this is the ultimate game for that. It encourages you to explore as much as possible. And I will say, as well, the community for Genshin Impact has been fantastic. Ever since we started streaming this, the amount of people that have jumped in, said hello, joined the Discord. There's a couple of guys that are more than happy to jump on with other people and give them a hand clearing difficult enemies if they're really struggling. So I would say the community is probably one of the nicest I've met so far. So yeah. So how are you finding it so far? Because when I started it was a bit overwhelming. There's quite a lot to get your head around. Okay, like I say, this should be quite quick because they're at water, we're electro, Lisa's quite strong, and this is the lowest level domain because we want the ingredient. As I say, challenge complete already. I wasn't expecting it to be difficult, it was meant to be just so we could get the material we need. It's pretty relaxing, it is definitely relaxing. Right, we need 3 of the rewards. How many are we going to get? Give me 3. We've got 6. That'll do us. 6 is a bonus. Only wanted 3. Yeah, the relaxation's amazing. the chilled nature is quite cool. I will say, if you're expecting multiplayer, don't be expecting much. The one thing I found, yes, the multiplayer, people can jump in your world and give you a hand on certain things, but you can't do quests, which does limit what you can do on multiplayer. So as long as you're not expecting a massive multiplayer experience, it's fine. It was the one thing I was a little bit disappointed in, to be fair. But only because everyone else wanted to jump in and give us a hand. And it kind of seemed pointless after a while. Okay, Sacrificial Sword we have for Bennett. What are you playing on, Paul? Are you playing on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, phone? So we can ascend the weapon, so we can now level it up afterwards. We can do that. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot more restrictive than I was expecting. And it's only when we jumped in with others and they were trying to help us that actually there's not very much you can do. PC. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, I'm on PS4, soon to be PS5 at the end of the month. So graphically, I still think it holds up well. And for a free-to-play gacha game, it's surprisingly tolerant. Like, it doesn't really push you to spend money, like a lot of them do. Which is surprising. Okay, we need to upgrade this sword now. I want to get to max level. And just see if we've got the ingredients to go any further. We've done a lot of upgrading recently, which is a bit of a worry because it means we're spending a lot of materials. Okay, let's go. The name of the game is Sheldon. Okay. If you wanted to add me as a friend on there, go ahead. My UID number that you need is on the bottom right of the screen. And lots of people have been adding us. I don't think it does much other than if there's anything, you can jump in with each other if needed and stuff like that. But no, I'd suggest playing through the missions as much as possible and exploring as you go. That's the way I've found to be really good fun. So we ascended the weapon up from 20 to 40. We can now ascend it again because we've got the material to do so. There we go. And then we should be able to select the materials to enhance this once more. We are spending an awful lot of materials recently, which is a bit of a worry when I've already held off spending materials for so long and now I'm spending loads. Let's enhance. As I say, if you've got any questions, I do have a Discord channel in all the video about sections. And there's a Genshin Impact part of the Discord, and there's some really knowledgeable people in there that are more than happy to give people a hand if they need it, or offer advice if you're wondering which characters you should be concentrating on, that kind of thing. But yeah, my big thing is just play it as you want to. I wanted to see what do we need for these materials. So these are Stardust exchanged, crafted or dropped by Hillychells, dropped by Ruin Guards, Ruin Hunters, or crafted. So we can craft the Chaos Circuit, but we've upgraded the sword for Bennett up quite a way. So this is where we wanted to compare weapons with Kaya, because this is where people were saying maybe you should swap. We have also got two other swords we've not used at all yet. Cinnabar Spindle and the Prototype Rancor. 4-star swords are not used. I don't want to level up obviously level 3 swords. I think that's a bit of a waste. But the Favinus sword we're using on Bennett is now 50. Base attack 238 with a 39.7% energy recharge. I think that's pretty good. You were used to run and gun games, so this is really nice, I bet. Must be a completely different change of pace. And the Sacrificial Sword, which Bennett is using, has got the exact same amount of base attack and energy recharge. Oh wow, so actually they're both the same. The only difference is Bennett's sword is refined by 1 rank. Favinus sword isn't. So actually that's quite cool. Both swords are very good.
For going out.
We'll keep Kyron for a minute. It's not a massive issue. The team works really well with what we've got. The one bit of advice I would do is try and do your daily commissions. There's 4 commissions every day. You may have to wait to get to a certain level to activate them, but daily commissions are a must. Because that's where you get your Primo Gems, which then allows you to unlock new characters. But it is luck of the draw. Don't think she can destroy that, can she? I'm trying to work if I remember which one does it. Okay, no. Alright, we're going to knock out our commissions quickly as well now. He can't... Trying to remember who it is that can take that out. Not her, I don't think. Can he? No, we're doing damage, but it's... I don't think any of these do it. I can't remember which... The fire does it. I know there's always one that does do certain crystals, and I can't remember who it was. Okay. Let's go and do our daily commissions. While we're here, there's lots of enemies we need to take on because we need the drops from them. So these two here, normally we'd run away, but actually we need the drops these guys give. So at the minute, we need to be taking these guys on. Right, his shield is down, so we'll take that. Nice overloaded there. Nice elemental reaction. We can get another reaction with Bennett, we'll be okay. We are taking a few damage here. Nice overloaded reaction. We needed. But yeah, you've got to switch character a lot. You've got to make sure you're doing as many reactions as possible. That is him down. And like I say, we only went for him because we need some of the ingredients.
Adventure time.
Normally we would not actively go looking for trouble. Right, Whopper Flower we need to take out if possible. Nice overloaded reaction there.
Terra Smash!
Nice Terra Smash.
To dust!
Back to Bennett. Did get a bit of fire there, that works really well. Now Lisa. Yeah, no, nice overloaded reaction. Back to Bennett for another fire reaction. There we go, another overloaded. And it is down. Again, we don't normally go looking for trouble, but we do need to start looking a bit more at ingredients. So we're going to have to get in a few more fights than normal. Okay, empty camp. We do need a heal shortly, but we can do that very soon, I'm sure. I just want to try and get the commission done. Where is my commission? Is it really up the top there? Okay. Wasn't expecting it to be all the way up there. But it is, so we're going to have to climb up. Hopefully we've got enough stamina to do so. 5 enemies up here to deal with. Should be fine stamina-wise. There we go. 5 enemies to deal with. Nice overloaded reaction there. Lisa's suddenly become one of our most dominant characters in terms of damage. She's amazing with her damage now, which was seen in the Archon mission. We have just lost Lisa. As I say that, we've just lost Lisa. But yeah, we've noticed a lot more of her damage potential is so good. The defense probably needs some work though, looking at that. We did lose her a little bit too easily, to be fair. So this is the first of our 4 daily commissions, and then we'll look at the Teapot mission, I think, next. Hello Simmer, how are you? Your friend after 3 months got his account back. Oh wow. I bet he was happy to have that back then.
Dodge this! Terra Smash!
That was a poor shot there. Completely missed what I was aiming for. Oh, dodged him.
Freeze!
Did get a nice crystalline reaction there. It's weird, I've been relying a little bit too much probably on Lisa, so now without her I'm struggling a little bit. I'm so used to having Lisa around at the minute. She was brilliant against the Archon Quest.
Terra Smash!
Alright, this guy's down, we just got to take him out now. Let's get him out. And we'll all go and heal in a minute to get him back actually. Nice melt reaction there. I don't want him to get his shield back. If he does, we're in trouble. No, he's down. So that is the first commission of the day done. We do need a heal. We lost Lisa quite quickly. And probably need to look at her defence, actually, to be fair. When he got his account back, he got 7 new 5... Wow! 7 new 5 stars. That's incredible. His account got hacked, and the hacker spent money on the account. Wow. Well deserved, absolutely. Good morning, Irene. How are you? I know it's good evening for me, but I also know it's morning for you. Okay, let's have a look where the commissions are. We've already upgraded Bennett's sword, Irene. Did that immediately. And is it the damage percentage is the exact same as Kaya's sword. There is no difference. I need to check why Lisa died so quickly. Maybe we're lacking a little bit of damage protection there. Everyone is back. We did also gain an achievement when we upgraded Bennett's sword, or when we got the ingredients to do so. So we can claim that. There we go. So we're just going to knock out commissions, then we're going to do the Teapot Quest. That's the one we've got ongoing at the minute. We've done the Archon quest up to a point of leeway, but we're going to hold off. We've got a lot of side quests, and I know that pretty soon it's going to want us to leave. Although it does say Inazuma is closed. But I've got a feeling it's going to want us to go that way soon, and I want to hold off until we've got a few more.
Quake.
I want us to hold off until we're a bit stronger, really, ideally. And we've got lots of side quests to clear, so I'd rather get those done if we can. I know I should be swapping character more. Okay. Deal with these guys.
Freeze.
Superconduct there, nice superconduct. Okay, big guy now.
Don't be such a brute.
So Lisa and Bennett, we've noticed they've got a really good team. They tend to do really well together. And obviously we get the overloaded reaction as well. Where's Bennett?
Adventure time.
And overloaded seems to do quite a decent amount of damage when we can hit that. Like that.
Here we go.
So we keep swapping between Lisa and Bennett. I think that's quite a good team up. Overloaded, big guy's down. We've got one to take out. He's over here somewhere, hiding in the bush. Let's deal with this guy. Probably a little bit far away now, aren't we? Yeah, but Lisa's damage in the Archon quest was incredible. Enemies are coming in, more reinforcements. That's fine. Nice overloaded reaction there.
Let's light it up.
Get Lisa back involved. Nice overloaded again. That worked really well. It's all about reactions. Both of them are down. Big guy to go. Kind of got a bit short there when we was trying to get him there. And that was a nice overloaded though, and he's now on. He should be on fire because of where he is, although I don't think he is actually. We can swap to Bennett. This should nearly finish him off, this overloaded. Nearly. Not quite, but nearly. He's down now though. Did take a hit, but we got him down. And that's everyone down. No, it's all good. It wasn't waste of materials. His sword needed upgrading anyway, so it definitely wasn't a waste of materials. We needed to see. We've still got 2 4-star swords we've not touched yet. So we definitely needed just to see which one was better. And actually, weirdly, they're both the exact same. Make sure we pick everything up. But yeah, it was just a bit weird that they were both the exact same. But we didn't waste anything. It needed doing anyway, as Bennett's become a big part of our team. So it needed doing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat at the same time. Favenus for Kea. Let's have a look. What have we got currently? So weapons, Bennett. So Sacrificial Sword is on Bennett currently. and Kaya has got the Fathomless Sword, and it's the exact same base attack. Energy recharge is the same. I like the fact that the Composed gives a 50% chance to end his own cooldown on his elemental skill, because it tends to hit quite often. So that's what I like. We have got 2 other swords that we don't use and haven't really leveled up much. The Prototype Rancor and the Cinnabar Spindle. We haven't touched them at all, to be honest. So the Sacrificial is better than, since 2-time elemental skill is better than 10% energy recharge plus the base attack for the crit though. Yeah, well we are using Kyra a bit though as well. That's the thing. But it was quite interesting to see the difference between the two. Okay, we're just going to go here. Next, we're on to the 3rd commission of the day. We should compare. I don't know what the best way. What is the best way of comparing? Switch. You can actually compare that way. They're the exact same. The only difference, like I say, is the refinement rank is better on the Sacrificial, which is currently held by Bennett. That's the main difference. Well, do I need to look at a different screen than that one to see the difference? We're only using Kaya. We don't use him a lot, to be fair. It's only because we swapped out someone else while I was doing the domain to upgrade his sword. But yeah, that's all right. No worries. Like I say, his sword was only a level 20. We've now got it to level 50, and we can see the difference in him. And him and Lisa work brilliantly. I'm actually going to take Kaya out again in a minute and put Sucrose back in, because Sucrose I think is really good. We do have Kaya though, is also up that level. We kind of get most of our characters, bar Bennett. Let's have a look at what ingredients do we need to ascend him. Oh, we need 2 of these. So we need to find Pyro Regivines and defeat 2 basically to get the ingredients to upgrade him at the minute. Yeah, I'm liking Kaya. Him and Sucrose are kind of on the same level for me in terms of they both seem to work pretty similar to each other, I find. I didn't mean to swim across there. Well, I came here to heal when I've kind of just missed where I was healing, to be fair, because I was meant to be there. Right, we're going to knock out the 3rd commission, and then 1 more to do after that, and then we will be probably continue with the Teapot Quest, mainly because that's the one we'd already started. Right, are we heading up? I think we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to teleport just to make things easier. We're going to be doing missions in a minute. We're just knocking out our commissions, Lester. And we can't do the missions if we team up. So at the minute, because we're focused on missions, there's no point doing multiplayer. Otherwise I would say yes, but it's only because we're just looking to do missions at the minute. That's the big downside to multiplayer, is you're so stuck on what you can do in it. I'm just going to take out on this because you can get electro charge on it. That was a nice attack. Because they're being affected by rain, I don't really need to change character because Lisa is working perfectly. Yeah, if we weren't so restricted, it wouldn't be too bad. But I want to try and keep the missions moving at the minute. Okay, we have our commission is just over here. I just want to grab these 2 first. But yeah, more than happy to do it another time. I'd like to say I'm just trying to focus on the quests at the minute. We do try and team up with people as much as we can. We've just been a bit focused on missions recently. And I'm assuming my multiplayer's unlocked now. I've finished the Archon quest, because it was locked while I was doing that. I haven't checked to see if it's unlocked. It is unlocked again. We had it locked previously while I was doing the Archon quest. She's running off. We've got, this is a hilly chill one. You drag them out of the camp, or you fight them. Sometimes you can get away with not fighting. Let's see if we can get away with not fighting, just to save a bit of time more than anything else. But yeah, if you want to add us as a friend, Esther, I'm more than happy to team up another time. We are streaming Genshin Impact again tomorrow evening, and what we might do actually is make tomorrow evening a multiplayer one. We've got 2 hours. We'll knock out commissions, and then we'll go off and do some ley lines and stuff. If anyone's up for that tomorrow evening, so be around this time again tomorrow. Okay, Hilly Chell's attack him. Didn't quite go to plan. Nice overloaded reaction there. Thanks to Bennett. And to a down. Big guys still got to be dealt with. There is another one as well. But I'm just surprised at how strong Lisa is. Like, pleasantly surprised. Until this point, I didn't think she was, but she's suddenly gained a lot of strength really suddenly.
Let's light it up. Let's light it up.
Can't see how much energy. No, they're down. Let's talk to the girl again, and then that should be the third commission done. Bunny. Oh, did I say bunny again, did I? I meant flower, sorry. If I did say bunny, I apologise. I know it's just a flower now. It's kind of sad I can't play. I know, Irene, it's a shame you can't play. There's no way round it though, is there? That's the problem. So we'll grab everything that's dropped. We've got one more commission to do, and then we'll carry on with the quest we started the other day. Yeah, we're not on the same server. She's Asian server. Yeah, so it's kind of restricted, isn't it? Which is a shame. But yeah, that's the plan tomorrow. If anyone's up for it, we'll do a multiplayer live stream. And just try and do some ley lines and whatever people want to do, really. If people would rather we jumped on with them instead of coming on with us, more than happy to do that. But that'll be the plan for tomorrow night. Okay, we've got another last commission of the day. That will be the plan. Server transfer should be an option. Yeah, that's true. I wonder why it is so restricted. There must be a reason behind it. Okay, our commission is above us, so we do need to go up. That worked brilliantly. This is our commission. Sabotage a slime balloon. This is a new one. We've not had to do this before. We've got to stop it from reaching its destination. Yeah, I've not had to do this commission before. Okay. I'm being attacked at the same time, obviously. Fire. Let's try. I wasn't going to try and fire on him, but let's try fire on the balloon, shall we? I'm trying not to focus on the enemies. I'm trying to focus on this thing. Oh.
Adventure time.
Yeah, we've not had this commission before. This is a completely different commission to normal. Did a decent amount of damage there. Whether we're actually going to stop it, I don't know. Kind of dropped down when I didn't want to as well there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop this thing. I don't know how far we need to go with it as well, that's the other thing. I've never had to do this one before. This is a completely new commission. I thought we'd seen the vast majority, to be honest. But not so.
Dodge this.
Bennett's fire.
Everybody stand back.
Just trying to do as much damage as possible. It's not really working, to be fair. Getting a bit stuck with the wind now. I don't know where it's going to go to either, that's the other thing.
Terra smash.
Come on.
Get out of here.
Hey, it's commission. It's hard, isn't it? Like I say, I haven't done this one. Okay, couldn't get past it. Hadn't done this one before, so this is a new commission for us. Come on.
I always bounce back. Just watch me.
Terra Smash!
I don't know where it's got to go to either. I think we've nearly got it. Yeah, this is probably the hardest commission we've ever had. The others we can run through quite simply, but this is actually quite difficult. Bennett is nearly down, so we've got to be a bit aware of that at the minute. Come on. Commission complete. Wow. Wow. That was the hardest commission we've ever had to do. Okay. That was a new one. I'm not sure I want that one again in a hurry. Okay, let's go and heal, and then we'll hand the commissions in. Teapot Quest, and have a look from there. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. Are you asking us who remaining, Irene? This is kind of our team. I'm swapping between Kaya and Sucrose, to be honest. I'm keeping Kaya currently, but Sucrose I do enjoy as well. Okay, we're going to hand commissions in, and then we'll go off and do the Teapot Quest. We were quite a way through the Teapot Quest previously, to be fair. So I don't want to stop that. Because it's quite an interesting, funny quest, really, to be fair. Claim the reward. Which one am I missing? Oh, we've got the Battle Pass rewards and Expedition, yes. Yeah, I try and get all the commissions done straight away, so then we know we can grab everything in one shot from here. There's also a quest there we haven't done yet. I haven't even picked up.
Ad Astra Abyss.
But I've got so many side quests waiting to be done. I kind of want to work through some of those before we hit Inazuma. There we go, 20 Prima Gems. That's our dailies done. We've also, our world level is now level 3. Which obviously does cause some issues. Which is why we've had to get stronger very quickly. Lyu. We have started using Mora now, so I'm just starting to try and get a bit more in. We've got plenty, but just in case. What have we got? Battle Wind Trace I'm not too worried about. Teapot to Call Home is obviously the quest we're on at the minute. So not too worried, it's a permanent quest. Battle Pass Awards. Better grab those. There we go. Prima Gems, where are we on? Let's have a look how many we've got. Oh yeah, absolutely, from Catherine, yeah. 995, we need 600 more Prima Gems before we can hit our 10 wishes. We're getting there. It's taking time, I must admit, but then it is, Prima Gems are always a bit of a grind. One thing I want to check. Kaya's sword. I don't know what we need to upgrade on it. I haven't checked. Okay, we just need those two materials. So that one we can craft and drop by level 40 ranged hilly shells. And this one is crafted and dropped by level 40 large hilly shells. Okay. I'm in no rush to go any higher with the swords. I think that's in a good position. The only thing I will say, I've not looked... His artifacts aren't brilliant. That could be an issue. Let's have a look at Kaya's artifacts. Haven't changed them for ages because we stopped using them for a while, didn't we? Okay. Definitely doesn't want to be a 2-star one anymore, does he? We'll stick that one on. He's currently got a good one there. That's his second lucky dog. I don't need to worry too much. So he's got a decent defense. And obviously we don't want that one. What have we got? So we can either have the Berserker's Bone Goblet for the Berserker, or we can have the Scholar's Ink Cup. We'll go for the Berserker, I think. I don't think we've got another piece of Berserker, annoyingly, but if we get one, at least it'd be perfect for him. But we have got, we can set up a second piece of Berserker, which means taking off Travelling Doctor set though. Does increase his defense. I like that. Lisa, we need to upgrade Lisa's one there, I've just noticed. This needs upgrading as well to level 10. I'm trying to get all the 4 stars to level 10. When the game first came out, when you send a character in expedition, you can't use him now. You can while expedition. Oh wow! So when it first came out, you could only the character you put in, you then couldn't use. Oh wow, that's incredible. Okay, we are running out of ingredients to actually use. This is why we stopped upgrading some things, wasn't it? Because we're running out of ingredients. I want to be a bit careful what we use. We'll get hers to go up 1. This is Kaya's. We're missing the lower ingredients to actually use for upgrading. This is why we stopped actually with some of these the other day. Because Lisa's is only level 4 there. But he should be a bit better now with what we've just done with him. So if we actually look at attributes, let's go from the Traveller. So Traveller, attack is 819, defense is 451. Elemental Mastery is 32. His Elementary Mastery could be better, but he's a main attack-focused character. Lisa's attack is 500 with a defense of 288 and an Elemental Mastery of 223. I think that's pretty good. Her defense does need some work. I think that's where she's letting us down a little bit, is defense. Bennett, 401 attack, 428 defense, Elemental Mastery of 110. That's pretty good. Happy with that. Kaya, 385 attack, 597 defense. I'm pretty happy with that as well. And then we obviously do add in Sucrose when we need to. Sucrose is 384 attack, 505 defense, 80 Elementary Mastery. Barbara as well, we have got as a main healer. We need to upgrade her Elemental Mastery ideally, I think. And Xiangling, we wanted to use her, and we've kind of fallen out of favour. Bennett has really come into his own recently. So we've kind of stuck with Bennett. Okay, Teapot Quest. This is the one we started the other day. Let us try and carry it on and see where it leads us next. And then we'll decide on quest after. So there's loads of side quests to do and loads to pick up. So I don't know where this is going to take us. Are we going to go down the rabbit hole that is the teacup?
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite.
Yanfei is cool. She's a cool character.
Customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them.
We don't know too much about her, other than she's very
generous with his money,
lawyer-based,
so
shall
I
we
didn't
say.
give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why,
So if you missed the first part of this
it was
quest,
my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept
we
a
went
few
to see the
loose
teacup
shavings to
lady.
study myself
She introduced
later.
us to Yanfei.
They're right over there,
She
in
needed
fact.
ingredients for our
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look
reward.
at them.
We went to a guy to go and get some ingredients because we couldn't find them anywhere else. He directed us to a woman who had some hairpins made of this special ore that we needed. She's lost these hairpins. She now needs to pay compensation, but we're now investigating that. And there's a doubt whether they were real in the first place. That's kind of up to date with where we are with this quest, to be fair. She is half Adeptus. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
So that would tell me that the hairpins that she's lost aren't containing the real ore that was expected.
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time.
Which basically says the other guy lied.
That Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
Does that prove that he's lied?
If you must see for yourself.
We're still 6, I'm not feeling well. I don't get much sleep
for
because I
traces
keep
of
waking up.
elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite.
Oh,
is
so you
an
got a chill
entirely
then, so when
ordinary
you feel cold all the
containing
time when it's not
no
really that
energy
cold.
whatsoever.
That's never a nice feeling.
That's so. Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot.
See, that's one thing I
Did you
really
find
struggle with.
anything?
Not a trace of elemental energy there.
So they really are different.
I don't feel the cold. I feel the heat really easy, but I don't feel the cold at all. When I'm ill, when I actually am cold and shivering, it's horrible.
Awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart.
She's taking it the news okay.
Difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price.
Or is she happier because it now means
significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape?
Her compensation isn't going to be that high now.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
He's definitely lied. It's now why. Okay, we've got to report back to him. I can't for life remember where he is. I always press that button accidentally, because in most games, the middle button of the controller is map. On this, it's not. Right, where are we heading? Oh, behind us. I was completely lost there. I thought I was going somewhere else. You might not chat a little bit. I'm just going to watch. Just ask me if I'm still here.
Miss
Yeah, no worries.
Yenfei?
No worries at all. Irene.
Might I be so bold as to inquire?
If you don't feel up to watching, don't worry. It was nice to say hello.
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed
You
claim
can
that the ore
rebind
he
your
brought to
controls
store
if you
was
want
in
that.
fact
No, it's
Smaragdus
fine. It's just
jadeite,
because I'm
did he
so
not?
used to other games. The
Yes,
middle
that's
control
right.
button,
I
the
still
pad,
have a record of
is
the job
normally a
with
map.
me, in fact.
And I just
Here,
press it without
says
thinking
quite
sometimes. All it is, I don't need to
clearly,
rebind
one
it.
chunk Smaragdus
Just the
jadeite,
one thing I forget
uncut.
about.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and the stone shavings?
But no, it's all good. I just need to get into the habit. More pressing
But might I
L1
ask
down,
why
basically, to get
you
to
need
map.
them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This
So
document
she can
shall
now
serve
prove-
as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yenfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
You still don't have Yanfei, do you not?
Evidence to back us up. Crossell
So I'm
won't
assuming
dare
she's
try to
Pyro,
deny
based on her
what she
colour.
did. On the contrary, this is far
She
from
sounds
sufficient
could
to
be an
build a
interesting
case.
character to try.
We need to find something a little more
What we need
compelling.
is a first 5-star
If you
character.
want to make jewelry,
That's what we need.
you need a
I don't
professional
mind
jewelsmith.
what element they
Let
are.
me think.
We just need one.
Jewelry.
And then means we can focus on them a little bit.
Aha! Got it. Singsi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Cool. I'm getting used to colours and I'm kind of been able to gauge what people are now as well.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I
I don't know,
are
offhand.
very important to us.
I can't remember how much
The
it is.
amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are
But
unnecessarily
also,
complicated.
we need another
How can I
600
put
Prima
this?
Gems to do 10
It
pulls.
just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand?
Oh,
and
okay, so actually the
impossible to
colour doesn't always necessarily mean that's the element.
Yes, well,
I was
that's no
taking that as a
obstacle,
given,
because
but obviously
I've
not then.
memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
So So I'm just trying to work out. Not that. Where do I find my pulls? I'm on the app, looking to see if I can find out how close I am to my pity pool.
I just like reading things.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
I can't remember where to find it, to be fair. Hello, Cass, good evening. No, 95% of the time, that's correct. Okay, cool. Since most pirate characters have some sort of red on them, this was the mission I was talking about months ago, by the way. And there's just 1 hour dialogue. Really? We started it in the last stream. It's not been too bad in terms of dialogue so far. Though I've lost where I'm heading again now. Where we head? Oh, back over here. Yeah, we've not been too bad with dialogue so far. It's the Teapot Quest, isn't it? You hate text. Where's the action? I know. Well, I don't mind. It's sometimes when you've done lots of action in a quest, a nice bit of text, it actually helps. Okay. We're heading back up, aren't we, I think? I feel like I've gone the wrong way. Yes, we've gone too high. Back down again. So it's on this level. Where is it? Why do I feel like I'm lost? When I shouldn't be. Okay, easiest ways, let's navigate to it. I don't know why I'm struggling to find it. That one, select, navigate. Oh, it's lower than us, that's why. We're too high. We're above the person we needed to speak to, which is obviously the issue.
Out of stock, but we have some new items in.
Trying to sleep. You think you skipped it? Oh, really? After the quest, it's worth it.
It's you. Has something
I
happened?
like interesting qualities of filler quest. I actually like the quest. The quest is quite cool.
Have no further trouble from then on?
But to be fair,
Yes,
I think the best
just here to ask you
quest we've done so far was by far the Archon quest for Leeway. I think that quest was incredible. The ending of it was amazing.
Yes, I remember him.
Difficult,
He's
but
a
amazing.
merchant from Snezhnaya.
You still haven't finished it? Oh, wow.
He came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins.
What do you mean you don't know how to finish it? Is there not a natural finish
there? So it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job.
Was there a bit more to it, maybe?
Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Inksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins.
Yeah, so we don't think the
Smaragdus
Jadeite is real, is basically what we're saying, I
think. The document even has the official seal of the Ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow
There's
this
an odd moment when they're doing extreme zooming.
Sure.
Oh, really?
It isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Okay.
I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
More trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Because it's a legal matter would be probably the idea.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr.
Boo Boo
Raishin.
Pharmacy, okay.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
It's been a weird case, I must admit. That's well, she's calling it a case. A weird quest. I will say, I think I get it. I think I understand what's happening. But it is a bit confusing for this quest. I just wanted the reward. That's all I wanted. for helping save Leeway. Okay, so we're heading to the pharmacy. Boo Boo Pharmacy. Love the name. Didn't mean to fall in the water. Me not looking where it's going. Alright, here we go. This is with the child that isn't alive, isn't it? If I remember correctly. This is a bit weird, this place. Okay.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring
His voice is really,
to
it's really
any mere
what's in
mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it
Royal.
for a prolonged period,
Well said.
best case
That wasn't
scenario,
what I
they
was
fall
expecting to
ill.
say.
Worst case
But he is,
scenario,
yes,
they'll
it does come
suffer
across that
great
way.
changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus
I like the
Jadeite.
fact he uses big words.
That is indeed the case.
It's one of those
If
weird
you would be
things.
so kind,
I really
Dr.
like when
Baiju.
people use big, long words. Correctly as well.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently.
Hey.
A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment.
Is it going to be the same guy?
I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you
Which
for penning
word?
us that document.
Seems very hard
I'll make
to
sure
pronounce.
to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Okay. We've got the signed affidavit.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Oh, he was definitely fishing for something.
Dr.
Guaranteed.
Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Right, back to Mr. Crossell. With all the evidence to prove that his pins weren't real. That's basically all I've got from the quest so far. That's what we're trying to prove, is the pins he sold were not real. Thus, the lady doesn't need to pay the full amount of compensation. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I've kind of got from it so far. There's so many side quests around here to do as well. Just noticed how many there is. Okay, here he is. Let's see what he has to say for himself. What do you reckon his excuse is going to be?
Miss Yenfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Please say
Yes.
nothing.
My investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Let's see if I've actually followed it
Well,
enough
then,
and actually know what's
please,
happened.
Could you do the honors, Miss Yenfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
That's even better.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yenfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, The substance claimed to be smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, smaragdus nephrite.
I think I was correct.
Now,
I think I
the
actually
contract
followed it
states very
perfectly.
clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
And me pay her.
Material evidence?
That's a mistake.
What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this.
I'm just glad that I
spent a
followed
huge
it correctly,
sum
and
to obtain
that is actually the whole
smaragdus
point.
jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
So we can only use the evidence from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore. So that would be from the Jade Mystery.
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between smaragdus
Good evening,
jadeite
Kathy.
and
How are
smaragdus
you? I'm not too
nephrite.
bad, thank
How
you.
does
Not too
this
bad at
prove
all.
anything? In any case, smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an
What's
unsubstantiated
not
belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated.
Good, good. I'm
And
glad
we
you're
are
good.
here to talk
Thanks
about
for the like. Much
evidence,
appreciated,
aren't
whoever that
we?
was.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't.
He's still not having it,
all.
is he?
Seems like he came prepared.
He will not
What should we
take
do
this lying
next?
down. That was me just happy the fact that we were correct, but
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show
So-
him, Traveler.
legally binding, I would say, is the evidence in the jewelry shop.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed smaragdus jadeite.
Does it?
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
Okay, maybe that was the wrong piece of evidence.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after
How
all.
is she backtracking?
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I
Yes.
do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed
We
yet.
do from the Boo Boo
Traveler,
Pharmacy.
would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer
No
a
offense to
dramatic
anyone who
change of
names their child
personality and fall
Crossle.
seriously ill.
To be
Mr.
fair,
Crossle, were you aware of these peculiar properties of smaragdus jadeite?
the chances,
I
a lot of
had
these
no
names
idea.
aren't going to be used very often, are they?
No idea.
How did you manage to hit the wrong option twice?
I'd guessed as much.
We didn't hit
For you
it
to have
twice,
rented
wrong
out
twice,
such
did
a
we?
dangerous
The first
item.
one was correct, he just got
I'm
round
afraid
it.
that this
The
falls
second one
outside the scope
possibly
of
could have
my
been
work,
wrong.
but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
I didn't think I'd hit it twice.
However,
Wrong.
I'm sure that the
He
Ministry
managed to
will
get round the
be
first one.
relatively lenient, considering that, as you say,
Thank you for the like,
you were
Riddles, much
ignorant of the
appreciated.
danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossle. I will make sure that all the
Did I get it
evidence
wrong
presented
twice?
here will be
I
handed
thought he
over
just
to the
talked his way
Ministry.
out of the first piece.
I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
I think we're going back to
Wait,
rights now, though.
wait.
I think it's scripted. I think the first piece we were
so
correct,
you knew?
but he got his way round
Dear
it.
Mr. Crossle.
The second piece I may have got wrong, but then the last one fitted,
Why
I
would
believe. I could be wrong, I don't know.
No,
Well, he's
the
admitting it
hairpins
now.
aren't actually.
You skipped most of it, did you?
aren't actually inlaid with genuine smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossle, that this means that you will have to pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original
Well,
price in Mora?
Mr. Chow,
Mr. Crossle,
however you say
your
the name,
answer, please.
is going to be
My
very
client
pleased
and
with
I
this,
are
isn't
waiting.
I.
he? Smug, you only remember the smug face.
Yep, he's seriously
I think that's about
intimidating
now,
right
then.
now. It's like she's a different person.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was.
And there we have it.
Was smaragdus.
He has admitted it.
But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation.
At one point he had the real thing.
I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again.
Well, that's the only thing we've been needing this whole
that someone
time.
would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So he couldn't deal with the fact that the actual real stuff made him ill. So he made a false set of hairpins and still charged the same price.
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
Alright, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Crosel looks like he could faint any second.
Is he begging or crying?
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
She just made 20%.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora.
What?
Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not.
Okay, she doesn't want the money then.
I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jiqiao, you...
However, Mr. Crosel, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Well,
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration.
We're getting the Smaragdus Jadeite we actually needed in the first place.
The rules say this should go, but whatever.
I'm surprised at how that's
Thanks so much
gone
for your
down.
help this time, Miss Yunfei.
I'm surprised
when you have
she
the
didn't
time,
need the money.
I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony.
Good evening, Dark Flame.
Now,
How are you?
if I may confirm
You would
this
take that
again,
much money in a
Mr.
heartbeat.
Chow,
I know, tell me about
have
it.
you and
But
Mr.
say
Crosel
no
come
to
to
it,
an
although it
understanding?
gives us what we need.
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crosel, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crosel, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores.
Oh, happy birthday
If
for
we could join
today.
forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fun
Hello again,
business
Paul.
between us.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, they're discussing business. We've got the
Well,
Smaragdite
that's that. And we've got
Jadeite.
the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny
We can say
wants
the
too.
words that we need for the
All's well
quest.
that ends well, eh?
So there were some twists and turns along the way, but we did do it.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack
I'm
of
just glad that I managed to follow the story enough to
Even though the
understand
solution
what was
didn't
happening,
involve
because it was
actually
getting
finding
extremely
hairpins.
confusing.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution. An Adeptus, Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny
Right,
a visit.
we can go
I
back
bet she's
to
been on
Granny
tenterhooks for a while
and
now.
give her the ingredients we needed. I'm assuming we're near the end of this quest, but I don't know for sure, because it's been an extremely confusing quest. But I believe we are near the end of it. Hopefully. Okay, where is she? That's the question. Oh, she's up the stairs to the left here, I believe. But as Cass had already told us, he's done this quest but couldn't finish it. And now made me a little bit worried about whether we can or not. It depends if we can figure it out, if we need to figure out what's happening before we go and speak to her. Because they're here. Grab the silk flowers. Right, let's go and speak to Granny, Madam Ping. And let's see what this teapot is all about.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite? Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
We still don't quite understand what these materials
if
are
we're all
for.
set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then.
At least we've got to
Go
see a new
to
character
your
in the end phase.
business. Granny should be able to handle
Hopefully
the
one
rest.
day we'll get the pull and we'll
I'm
have
off
her
then.
as a character
Bye.
to play with.
Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars
I
get
kind of
discounts
hoped we
too.
wouldn't need her, but there we go.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot.
There's something about this teapot.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
We've already been inside the teapot
That
once.
child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
Her father stood beside Rex Lapis. Wow.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change.
Have my teapot now.
Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the
Thanks for the
city
like, that
among
was
us
much
all.
appreciated.
Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic.
Right,
I
gift. This is
believe
what I've been
that I
waiting for.
still
Let's find out
owe
what the
you
gift
a
actually
little
is.
gift.
Ooh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Good evening, Kavita.
There
How are
we
you?
go. This Serenity Pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might
So
happen.
we've got the Serenity Pot.
Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Okay, we've been inside a teapot previously. Does this mean we can go inside?
How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh,
Good,
you
glad you're good.
needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Okay. We've unlocked the teapot. Serenity Pot unlocked. Okay. We've unlocked loads of little bits as well. We need to enter the pot to continue the quest. A few things have unlocked. So hold to open the short call, select inventory, then we go into Serenity Pot. Let's have a look inside. I'm going to forget it's here, to be honest. And we can place it.
This is
And then we can enter. Select a realm layout. Okay. I don't know. What do we think? We can preview. So the floating abode, an island cluster suspended in midair, a typical feature of many Adepti realms, a boundless world featuring nothing besides a cluster of islands. Or we can go for the Emerald Peak, which is a cloud-piercing mountain peak. Well, that's how it looks at least. But being inside a teapot and all, the highest mountain probably reaches no higher than the stalk of a tea leaf. Or you've got the Cool Isle, an island cluster surrounded by water. One wonders how many cups of tea can be brewed from this vast ocean. And we're not high enough level for the silken courtyard. So we need to pick one of these. What do we think? Floating abode, Emerald Peak, Cool Isle. I've got no real preference, to be honest. I suppose it's just the way it's going to look. Whether you can change it later, I don't know. I would assume if we can unlock this one at level 40, maybe you can change. That would be my only thinking. Does anyone got any suggestions of which one we should go for? Or should we just do a random pick? Your choice. Thanks. Let's go for the floating abode. Unless anyone else has any other ideas. The third one, the Cool Isle. Let's go Cool Island. I'm quite happy. I'll take the first option. That's fine. So Cool Isle it is. Yeah. I'm assuming you can change. But I don't know. But we'll see what happens inside. This is a very weird quest. I don't know what this will enable us to do either. That is a house and a half.
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
And I've said this a few times, but I love some of the answers you can give to Paimon. So the first one is get chiseling Paimon. You could carve us a whole house out of this rock. Or go dig a burrow to live in for now, I guess. Just the sarcastic nature of some of the answers are brilliant.
Do that? Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it. Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house?
And what is that thing over there?
Oh, wait a second. What is that?
That's a person? I don't know quite.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch!
A finch? Finch is a bird.
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again?
I don't know. What are you meant to be called?
Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
Tubby.
So you're the little
Okay.
helper Madam Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night. Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance.
This must be one of the most relaxing,
Thus,
yet confusing
we
quests we've done so
spirits
far.
were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs.
You may consider me a butler, if you will.
So we have
Now,
Alfred, basically,
allow
from
me
Batman.
to explain this realm to you.
Okay. Explain away.
Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like.
I think we got some
As long
blueprints,
as you
didn't we,
have
from
a
Madam P?
blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please. Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out
So is
and have
this
a look.
our own house to decorate then? I would guess.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot. Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside.
So I wonder if there's rewards for doing this. Because otherwise,
I doubt it.
would you
A
be
golden-eyed
concentrating on
adeptus
this?
explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely. A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be? I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since. Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Okay. So, important message. After using and summoning the Serenity Pot, travellers can interact with it and it can enter the abode within. Travellers can also use and summon the pot while they're within its confines. Interacting with the Serenity Pot in this state will allow travellers to leave it. Travellers can also directly open the map interface and fast travel to any of the teleport waypoints to immediately leave the Serenity Pot. Talk to the Teapot spirit inside the Serenity Pot to learn about and manage all manner of Teapot-related affairs. You can create all kinds of items from the creation screen. Materials used to create items can be gathered all over the world. We've been gathering wood quite often, we've not used it yet, so this could be the reason for it. How about, what are we doing here? I know. After obtaining a furnishing, use the place function to put it in position. Place furnishings to increase the adeptal energy rank of your Serenity Pot. As your adeptal energy rank increases, realm currency will accumulate at a faster rate. So there's realm currency as well. I'm trying to work out whether this is something you can do every now and then. Is it something you should focus on? Spend realm currency in the realm depot to purchase various items. Once in a while, a Teapot travelling salesman will visit your abode. There is a chance he will bring some rare treasures with him. If you require the blueprint for a furnishing set, you can place furnishings by batch. You can still make adjustments to individual furnishings when batch placing them. Again, is this got to be a focus or is it just... Okay, talk to Tubby is the quest. That's saying go to the placement screen. Please ensure you follow our terms of service for using Serenity Pot to create a healthy gaming environment. Okay, what is this? We're not easily able to take part in the creation of content that discriminates against any race. Oh, there's actually terms and conditions for using the Serenity Pot. You may have to restrict your use of the game services if you do not follow these rules. So obviously there's things you can create in this teapot, and if you make certain things in certain shapes, that could be seen as discriminating against any race, gender, religion and all that kind of stuff. Obviously they're going to do something to your account for doing so. Welcome to Farm City. Is that really what it's like? If the rewards are good, then it's worth focusing on. If it's not, then it's not. That's the thing. So we have a house. This is a building area by the looks of things. What can we build? I don't want to focus too much on it unless the rewards are worth it. So we can place this. I don't know what it is, but we can place it. I don't know which way it needs to face. It's got a chimney. We'll place it near the house. The controls for placing things aren't brilliant. But yeah, I don't want to focus on it unless the rewards are going to be worth it. That's the thing. We've got, I think that's something other. Yeah, if the rewards are good, then it's worth focusing on. If it's not, then it's not worth it. There's a snowman that we got from the last event. So you don't draw some racist or homophobic stuff. You farm materials to build your own city. Rewards are infinite rewards after a ton of farming. I did it because it's free to play. Oh, okay, so it's worth doing then, if you're free to play. That's our current house, isn't it? Main building. Let's save them. Save changes. So it's worth doing for the rewards then, by the sounds of it. Right, let's talk to Tubby. The amusing thing is, you've got a load of terms of service, things you can't do, but yet they call the character that's here to help you Tubby. Surely that's discrimination. It's a bit of a weird way of doing it. She's going to give us a little gift. Okay. Afterwards, they'll create a realm dispatch those to invite. Oh, so you can invite people here as well then, by the sounds of it. Those whom you invited into it would only have been able to exit and enter together with you rather than remain for long periods. Realm dispatch create for you and hold it in your hand tightly now. You only hold this dispatch, draw some energy out onto it. As such, I suspect we will distribute one dispatch to each of them. We would be here making dispatch for a long time. All you need to do is tap the palm of the person you'd like to invite direct lightly with this dispatch, get energy signature, remain on them, allowing them to enter and leave your realm with ease. Okay. So you can invite people to your realm, basically. Okay. So we gain some more. We've got Hero's Wit as well from that. So is that the quest over, or is there more to it? Okay, we have got some rewards to gain here. It's the stuff about the Serenity Pot, so we'll gain a Primo Gem for that. Okay. So if we now go to... I'm trying to work out what... Okay, so we can claim rewards now as well, because we've done trees and stuff previously. So that's giving us rewards. If it's not going to give us Primo Gems, then I don't know if there's a big deal about concentrating on this. I don't want to spend forever on something that isn't going to help us. If that makes sense. Think you can do a temple? I don't think we've got enough. We're short by about 600. Yeah, we're short by 600. Annoyingly. Like I say, unless we gain Primo Gems from this. So the teapot thing was... Right, so... this isn't going to give us Primo Gems, is it? I was hoping we could get Primo Gems from something easily, but I don't think we'll. XP books. Oh, okay, so it's good for levelling up maybe then. So, quest-wise, we're not in cart mode. Why are we in cart mode? Because we're in here now, it's put us in cart mode, doesn't it? Okay. So we need to come out of here. We've got lots of side quests that will give us Primo Gems. We just need to get through them quickly. Doesn't wind race. Not that I could find. We've tried it, it's not brilliant. So we can leave, I'm pretty sure. We've got no need to stay in here. Wrong button again. So in theory, we can... Adeptite energy is 1,980. Yeah, I'm not too sure, really, what we need to do here, to be fair. Other than, obviously, place things, gain some rewards from doing so. But I don't think it's something we're going to need to focus on too much. We have got some achievement rewards as well. Yeah, for me, it's not something that I'm going to focus on. I'd rather focus on the main story, main quests, and things like that. I think that's more going to be our focus. So, how do we leave this? We can place it, and then I think we can leave. There we go. It's like a city builder built in Genshin. yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? I can't quite see why people would want that. Don't get me wrong, it's probably enjoyable if you just want to chill out and, you know, just not do any quests and just design your own little world and all this. But that kind of doesn't kind of fit with the rest of the game. Unless I'm missing something. For me, that doesn't quite fit. You're not exploring, you're not fighting. I don't know. It's a weird one. Right, am I out of co-op mode now? Because if I am, we will go and focus on some quests. It's free, yeah, free. I get the free rewards. We're still in co-op, aren't we? Hang on. We're not in co-op mode, are we? I'm just checking if we're in co-op mode. No. Okay, because it was saying we couldn't do certain quests previously. Why is that still saying no? Oh, okay, there's another quest we need to do before we can do that one. So let's do a quest that gives us some Prima Gems. Because that's got to be our focus now, doesn't it? It's Prima Gems. We want this temple. So that one gives us 60 Prima Gems. So let's focus on that one, maybe. Because that will give us a decent amount. That's kind of my thinking. If we focus on the quest, there's Prima Gems. We need 600. It's still quite a few needed. But it's better than nothing. This room stuff where you can put your characters and interact with them. Okay. As I say, it's not something I really want to focus on because I don't see it as something that we should focus on. I think it kind of become a little bit boring, mundane, if we're not careful. The free rewards are probably worth it. When we start running out of upgrade materials, so like the XP and stuff, maybe that's then worth doing and focusing on. Okay, we're going to speak to Catherine. This quest gives us 60 Prima Gems, so it's a little bit towards the 600 needed for a temple. Hopefully we can gain some more tomorrow, because we're streaming again tomorrow evening, Genshin Impact.
Traveler, please, over here.
So hopefully it'll give us enough.
It has been a while since you joined the
Do
Adventurers
temple
Guild.
hopefully tomorrow
Are your
night.
adventures going smoothly?
They are going smoothly.
Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring. Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
Okay.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you. Let me consult our records.
I know a lot of our quests so far tonight have all been talking,
There's
haven't
been a
they?
certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde stranger.
Dress is all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before. Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like his?
Hmm? Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
It's an eye patch.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? Eye patches can't prove that you're related anyway.
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya. Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. Perhaps he might accept your commission instead. After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to accept a fellow adventurer's requests. And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like
Pressed
that.
a little bit early then.
You are the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius, after all.
Okay, so we've got to go and find this blonde stranger.
Of song for all the bards in the city, even now. Well, as to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence. He stands guard at the city gate, so he may know something about that stranger.
What's the name? We don't get the Prima Gems until we find him. So, Chapter 1, Act 5? I think that's Act 5. Ask Lawrence about the stranger. There's a new quest as well. There's Lawrence. Let's see what he has to say.
Honorary knight. Is something the matter? A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no? Anyways, oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
Okay, Wagner now. It's never going to be an easy 60 Prima Gems, is it really?
What? You need something?
I'm looking for a stranger with an eye patch. That really narrows it down.
He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any.
Have you noticed there's a graphical glitch going on?
He then had a look at
so he's hammering
something
without a hammer in
his
his hand.
He can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
But it's making the noise of he's got a hammer in his hand. Unless he's using his hand to do it, it doesn't need a hammer.
Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel's Share and have a look.
Okay, onto the Angel's Share then. So Angel's Share, I don't know where that is. I think is that the pub? I can't remember if it is or not. Let's have a quick look at the map. I think it's the pub. Yes, it is the pub. I thought it was. I wasn't 100% sure. I don't want a missing person poster. I wore the wrong one. Press the wrong one. Enter the tavern. There we go. We haven't had much action tonight. It's all been a lot of talking more than anything else, other than the commissions early on. But then I think a lot of the quests are going to be talking more than action, aren't they? And we do need to clear a lot of these side quests. And the worst thing is, there's lots more we haven't picked up yet.
What will it be? Grape juice
but
or apple cider?
The best source of
Hey Charles, have you
Prima
seen a
Gems seems to be side quests.
Wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master Diluc's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's Diluc for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
Right, we need to go to the second floor supposedly to wait for this to item. While we're in here, I just want to see if there's anything flashing to pick up. Sometimes there's books to find, so I just thought we'd have a quick look, but there doesn't seem to be any. Second floor. Nothing to pick up. We take a seat then? Oh, a door, there's a door here. Can't go up there though. So what am I waiting for? Am I waiting for the guy to turn up maybe? Is he already here? Okay, I'm a little bit confused about what we need to be doing, to be fair. Let's have a look at the quest. I think it just said go to the second floor, didn't it? And wait on the seat by the railing. Okay, seat by the railing. This one, I believe? There we go. Unless I'd looked at that, I wouldn't have known.
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
So here's the guy I've been looking for.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
Downstairs and find the guy. He's over here. So let's see who this character is then. Someone we've not met before. Doesn't seem very chatty.
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling?
Looking for my lost relative. I think that's the least talkative person we've met.
That's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
I've just seen the answers. Paimon is either emergency food or my best chum. I'm going for emergency food.
That's not true. And you know it.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif.
This is
I
Dainsley.
suppose you have some business with me?
So I've heard the name. I think a couple of people mentioned it previously. Sure, I've heard the name.
Sure.
He was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment.
How much?
500 mora. And
three answers. Okay, we can do that. We've got plenty of mora.
Is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions.
Well, we can pay 500 mora.
That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now.
And if I answer wrongly?
The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong.
Okay, it's about
Only
attitude.
Differences in attitude.
This will be interesting.
I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer.
So we'll try and be as honest as we can. And see what happens.
1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis? I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question.
So who was the person that gave us victory? So Venti, ourselves, or the unity of Mondstadt's people gave us the victory. I'm going to go unity of the people. We're going to go on the side of the people, I think.
Is that your answer?
I don't know if there's any wrong answers. I don't know if this changed anything.
2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still unknown. Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
That's an easy one. Everyone in Liyue Harbor.
So that's your answer? I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
Okay. Some people gained visions, some people didn't. Who holds more importance? Those with visions, those without visions? None of them. I'll go for none.
So, this is your answer then?
I don't know how we did.
As I thought. You really are similar to her.
Similar to her?
I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss.
Okay.
Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
They won't defeat me, I'll defeat them. We'll go for I'll defeat them.
Uh-huh. We're super duper strong.
That manner, it's just like hers. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
Okay. Go to the Temple of the Falcon. I don't know if I can fast travel from here. If we can, we will. I don't know which one the Temple of the Falcon is, though. That is the Temple of the Lion. Temple of the Wolf. Temple of the Falcon. We can teleport straight there, so that's where we're going to go. This quest gives us 60 Prima Gems. It did just show up the temple gives us 40. We need 600 for 10 wishes. In theory, and this may be slightly off, but we could get 100 Prima Gems in one shot. Hopefully. We also don't know how difficult this will be. Now, we have leveled everyone up recently. The world itself has leveled up as well. Hopefully, we're strong enough. Let's have a look. So, Windy Cliff, recommended party level 20. We're above that. It wants us to fire. So what we're actually going to do, I think, is add another fire element into our team. Because we have got another one to use. We'll keep Lisa in. I'm going to switch Kaya out and put in
Just sharpen my spear.
Zhangling. Just because we can. And it says Pyro's recommended. We're quite a way above the recommended level, so this shouldn't be too bad. And also Lisa works quite well with Pyro. Okay. With these, as always, we need to look around everywhere because you don't know what you're going to find. A couple of carrots there. Yeah, we met Dainsleif. How cool was that? Am I going to regret not bringing Amber? I believe we've got to hit the top of that, don't we? And I don't think I can without Amber. This is why I like Amber, because obviously she can hit things.
Boba, get them.
It's not going to work. There's no other way around this, is there? These don't do anything. Oh, we can avoid it to a degree. There was something we need to do here. Let's see. No. I'm kind of trying to guess what we need to do here right now. I think previously we encountered some of this, we actually used amber. There we go, we did it. We turned it off, we had to climb up. Took a bit of damage, but not too badly. Yeah, well, we'd finished the Leeway arc. We've done the Archon quest of Leeway, yes. You can run past the fire. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we could or not, to be fair. Okay, there's obviously something going to happen in here. There's exploding barrels on the top there. So we need to turn these off, I would suggest. Grab everything nearby. Yeah, so there is exploding barrels up there. So if we can climb up, we've basically got to explode a barrel, don't we? Can't climb up. Okay. Can't climb up there. What about, can I make that appear? That did work, perfect. And the other side, should be able to blow these barrels up.
Terra smash!
That's that one down. Now we should be able to start whatever this is. Open door. I wait for some enemies to appear, to be fair. There is some... I missed the barrels at the top there, but we're okay. If you met Dainsley, if you're currently playing the most important story arc. Oh, really? Right, here come the enemies.
Off we go. Come a little closer.
Nice overload there. Again, these are very low level compared to what we've been against recently. Overload for the big guy. Deal with the big guy first. As I say, overload is currently one of the best things we use. If I can get it to aim properly at the guy. To be fair, I don't even need to really swap elements. Because they're just not that strong. Compared to what we've been facing recently. After Dark comes in Azuma. Ah, okay. So this isn't the main quest though. I was trying not to blow myself up there. I just wanted to get the barrel. There we go. A potato. Yeah, this isn't the main quest, this is a side quest. If we quickly look at quests. So this is the Dainsleif Prelude quest. The Archon quest is Jade Chamber Rising, which I'm kind of not going to. Because I know that's going to move us on and I want to complete a lot of these side quests first. Right, what do we got here? So that's where we're heading up. If we take them things out, we'll get air to be able to go higher. I assume I'm just going to head over. So we need to take... Didn't work, did it? Okay. How am I getting over? Right, we can go to the middle here. I suppose I just go over and climb up. No, that did something to me then. So I wasn't meant to do what I just did then, by the looks of things. Did you use any of the keys? I haven't used any keys, no. Current arc you're playing is very important for Ace's story, so Ace's arcs have just been about helping others. Oh, okay. We haven't used any of the keys yet, actually, to be fair. Because also, something that I forgot all about until when you've said keys, we haven't unlocked Shrine of the Depths. We need to unlock that to finish this chapter, which gives us 100 Primogems. It's something I've kind of forgotten all about, so that's something else we need to do. And that's another 100 Primogems towards what we need. Right, we need to take these things out. And I haven't got a bow. Which obviously would be helpful right now. That doesn't seem to do any damage. We've tried to go across and failed miserably. Don't know if we're going to climb up this rope or not. No, we fell. So, how do we get across? That is the question. Obviously, if I had Amber, I'd have a bow and we could take them guys out and be all fine. We're going to fail again, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. You think, well, anyone with a bow would help because we could take them out and gain the wind. Problem is, I haven't got a bow. Don't think I can't. I'm not going to leave domain. I didn't think we didn't say you needed a bow. It just said pyro. You should build Aloy, but don't max her. I've not been a fan of them. To be fair, all bow characters are so slow at building charge. They don't seem worthwhile. Right, I can get to the middle bit, but I can't go any further than that.
Terra Smash!
Better bow person. Okay, we can get to here. Where's the one that was here? Can't see it now, annoyingly. There. Can I damage that? No. Okay, it's going to be a bit annoying without a bow. We're going to have to restart the whole... Oh, there we go, we did it. That's what we're after. No, not high enough. Okay, that didn't send us high enough. Oh, it did it. It did. There we go. Finally managed to do it. It did take a couple of attempts, but we did it. A bow would have been a bit more helpful, I suppose. Right. As I say, I don't think superconductor worked really well there. Most of these enemies are quite a low level compared to us anyway, to be fair, so not too big a deal.
Adventure time.
So yeah, we should have brought Amber with us, I think, for that. Right, let's gain the chest. Precious chest. 40 Primo Gems. And we can now leave domain, there's nothing else here. So that's another 40 Primo Gems towards the 600 we need. And then for this quest it gives us 60. Managed to do it without leaving though. Lisa, yeah, Lisa didn't seem to be able to hit him from a distance. I don't know why. Normally, that's the one thing I find with Lisa. She's good unless you're aiming specifically at someone. Then it becomes a little bit more annoying. You think you must be a puzzle master. I enjoy good puzzles. I enjoy something that challenges us, and we have to think about the way to solve it. I like them kind of things. Right, where are we heading now? Navigate. We've already... Oh, it's here. I was going to say, we've already been inside.
This abandoned
Maybe we weren't meant to go inside yet.
Marks of the abyss.
Because we didn't speak to him first.
Though it can soar on the wind.
Thanks, Cathy. No, I enjoy a good puzzle. I enjoy trying to solve something that isn't easy to solve. I like that kind of stuff.
Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Okay, so we didn't need... The one we've just done and got 40 Prima Gems for wasn't part of this quest. That was just a separate run-through. Strangely enough. So, we need a cryo in this one. Party level recommended 46, so we are high enough. We'll swap Zhangling out, and Lisa and Bennett are going to be underpowered. We'll switch Zhangling out and we'll put our cryo of Kaya back in.
This will be interesting.
We are slightly under, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see. At least we finally got some action tonight. Because we started off commissions, which was a bit of action, especially the one with the balloon, and then lots of talking stuff in the quest we were doing. And now we've finally got a little bit of action in the domains as we're coming towards the end of the stream. We've got not too much longer left, but obviously we're going to try and finish this.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Right, let's see what we're going to come up against. Dainsleif is an important character for Lord Genshin plus Aether. He's like a watcher who gives you
Let's head
information
further in
about the
first.
history and
If we do
current
see
events
that
of
creature,
Genshin World. Okay.
well, spare me the explanation either way.
Yeah, he did some damage. Wasn't quite what I wanted to do with him. Did we blow? I think we blew the wall up. We did. There's a chest in here. Always got to look around for the chests in here. Right, what else have we got? A couple of extra Prima gems. That's always a bonus. Nothing else in there. Okay, we've got a resurrection path. Right, we're going to have to fight in here. We didn't even heal before we came in here either. So everyone who had damage previously still has the current damage. I know I should be swapping character a little bit. And to be fair, we'll use... I'm trying to use Bennett to heal at this point.
Off we go.
Get some decent reactions going there. Overload. Nice reaction there again. The 50% chance of cooldown ending automatically for Bennett does really help. Whoa, got hit there.
My.
Right, see if we get another overload. There we go, Bennett with the overload. Back to Lisa to finish it off. Perfect. Do like that overload ability, it works really well.
Adventure time. Off we go.
There we go. Just trying to wait for the abilities to cool down on the abilities more than anything else. I hope you find anime less boring and cringy now. I've never found it boring or cringy, I've just never really given it a chance. I wouldn't say I've ever found it boring or cringy. Normally you can burn those, there could be something underneath. Not the heralds. We haven't used the crafting table at all, to be fair. That's something we need to put a bit more focus into. But it was the same as gaining ingredients for leveling up. We haven't focused on that either until recently. So we've got some wolf hook. So yeah, it's something we do need to put a bit more time into. Is the crafting table. Okay. Lots of enemies. We need some Lisa. Should be able to get some nice reactions with Lisa here. Because of the overloads for the fire. Yeah, overload working well. We just got to be careful of her health. She is going to lose her health pretty quickly. We're going to lose Lisa shortly, I think, because her health is low. With Bennett. That worked pretty well. We have got Kaya. I've not really used Kaya, have we? We brought Kaya in with us because obviously he can freeze, and they said to bring a Cryo, and we've not really used it. Strangely. Back to Bennett. Nice melt reaction. Right, that one's down. Let's deal with it. Oh, he's not down. I thought he was. Mistake on me there. Right, now he's down. Let's deal with this guy. Come here.
Terra Smash!
Okay, I kind of put him on top of that. I didn't really want to do that, did I?
Oh no. I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
Nice overload. Just trying to keep Lisa alive at the same time. We've managed. Right, there's a few rewards to grab. We are low on health. I don't really want to spend resources on healing at this point, if we can avoid it. You're level 50, right? 43. Hello again. You don't know my pain. Why are you in pain? Right, is there anything else to pick up while we're here? It does suck not having resources. The weird thing is, we've never focused on resources until recently. And we're not really feeling the pinch yet. Because we had the resources ready to use, we just hadn't used them. When we hit that wall. But I'm assuming I'm going to hit another wall at some point. And obviously that's going to be the one that's going to make the difference. Well, we lost a lot of health really quickly there. One hit and we lost a lot of health.
I'm going in. Get out of here.
Yeah, I was surprised at how much health we just lost very quickly.
See that coming.
Get out of here.
I want to use Lisa, but I know we're going to lose her very quickly, aren't we? Well, in fact, even Bennett's nearly down. Bennett is down in a second. Any second now, Bennett is down.
This is
Bennett's down. Yeah, we do need a heal. Because I'm going to lose everyone if I'm not careful. I was holding off healing because I didn't really want to do it too soon. Let's revive Bennett. Let's give everyone some Sunsetias. They'll get 2 full if I'm not careful, won't they? 5 each. You happy? They're 2 full to eat anymore. There we go, we should be okay again now. Right, Lisa against the Hydro should give us a good advantage. Well, even in fact against... Well, no, we can freeze it actually, can't we? Let's freeze it. Lisa again. Superconduct. Take this one down. Get a little fire reaction going as well. That's a nice overloaded reaction. Come on. Right, he is down. Is he not? He is down. Perfect. 1 to go. Melt reaction doesn't seem to do a massive amount. But Lisa should do an overload. Although it told us to take Cryo in, I think Electro would have been better. Mainly because of that overload ability. Right, Bennett. Nice overload. Kind of got him stuck behind here, which isn't ideal.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Okay, where's Lisa? We can try and get another reaction in. Back to Bennett. Back to Lisa for a nice overload. Nearly down. Back to Bennett.
Adventure time.
Nice overload there. And he is down. That was a little bit harder than probably it should have been.
Just a few Abyss mages. Seems like that Herald might have already left.
Good luck pulling Ganyu, by the way. She's the most important in all of the banners. Am I going for the goat? I don't know. Genshin doesn't become a grind to your AR 40. See, we're AR 31, I think. You don't do the stage 2 AR Ascension quest. That's your biggest regret, is it? Yeah, see, I didn't realise that I did the quest to level up the world to level 2 when we hit level 30. I wasn't aware that I'd done it until it's too late. And you would want to take a look at the Abyss by that time. It's a daily grind because your resin is so limited. You run out of half an hour. Wow. Okay. Let's learn a bit more about the Abyss Order. We are running very late tonight. We are running over. But I want to see what else this is bringing us.
And it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world.
We knew that was going to be a bit tougher because we were slightly under-leveled with 2 of the characters.
Even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers. And the creatures of the Abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dane.
I think
Well,
currently
we
our
do
best
have
team up
some history.
is Bennett with Lisa. I think
suppose
that
that's
team
as
up
far
works
as
really
chit-chat
well.
goes. We should head to
You don't even
Wolverton.
scratch the big guys that pull all my
Judging by
damage
the
on one
traces
ability.
I'm
Oh wow.
following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf.
So when we hit 30
Perhaps we may
AR35,
find our
we
Abyss
don't want to
Herald
do that
there.
quest, do we? Because we don't want to go above that. Challenge complete. Precious chest. 5 Prima Gems. I don't think we've finished the quest enough to get the 60 we wanted. Is there anything else to pick up? It's over here. I wanted the 60 Prima Gems. That's what we was after. Right, we're done. Let's have a look. We're still short for pulls. I know we're short on that. I want to do 10. I think that's the best way of doing it, 10 at a time. But it can become a bit of a wait to get the Prima Gems to do so. If we could run through all our side quests, it wouldn't be such a big deal. When I say big guys, I'm talking about C6 R5 stuff of 90% plus R5. Oh wow. Okay, so where is he gone now? We're going to go to Wolfenden. I don't know how much more I can extend this stream, to be fair. Where is Wolfenden now? I can never remember where some of these places are. I recognise the name, but can't think where it is. Oh, it's over here. Let's heal here. Cracks out enemies and players. Yeah, we're going to heal. I don't know how much more this quest we've got, but I've also going to be a bit wary of time. It may be best not doing any more. Because I'm going to run out of time. Well, I already have run out of time, but I'm kind of extending. Don't end stream anytime soon. This Daniel quest is very important. You have a lot of incredible stuff. Yeah, but I can't extend much more. It's already 11:30. My tablets are kicking in, and my eyes keep going when the talking's going on. My eyes keep closing, so I can't really do much more. I'm pushing it as it is. Yeah, we haven't really got much choice at this point. I think we're in a position to stop though, because we know we're near Wolfenden. That's where the quest is taking us. So it makes sense to stop here before we get too much more into it. Ruin guards exist, but that's just one of the things. You also learned what happened 500 years ago before story begins. Oh wow! Well, we'll definitely continue with the quest anyway. Tomorrow evening, the plan is to do a bit of a multiplayer session. So we won't continue the quest tomorrow, but we can do some multiplayer stuff. But yeah, we'll continue it. I'm not going to just stop the quest. Prima Gems wise, we are now sitting at... I can't see because the on-air bits come on. 1,055, so we need another 545 more to be able to do a 10 pulls. I wouldn't say we're going to manage it tomorrow. You never know. We may manage it in one stream. It's unlikely. We shall see. Big reveal will blow your mind. I'm looking forward to it. I think we've achieved quite a bit tonight. Especially quest-wise, I think we've done really well. The Teapot Quest is done. At least. That's one thing. And obviously this quest we're doing now, the Dainsleif quest, seems to be quite interesting. There's a lot going on. Go for Axial, Shenhe is bad. We'll have a look when we get enough. No worries, Kathy, thank you very much. Go for Shao. Okay. I think that's the one everyone else was telling us to go for as well. Go for Shao instead of Shenhe. But we're not they're quite there. We're going to need a few more Prima Gems, login rewards and stuff like that. The problem I have is I keep forgetting to log in on the app, so we keep getting daily rewards. I keep forgetting to do that. I need to remember a lot more than I do. Shao is just a greedy guy. Right, that is it for tonight. Apologies for having to end quite abruptly. I've overstretched a little bit too much, and the tablets like to kick in. Normally around 11 o'clock, and we're now 11:30.
So every time the conversations start, my eyes start closing, and then I've got to try and keep myself with it. It's a bit more difficult in the evenings. That's why the streams in the evenings are quite short. But that is it for tonight. That is it for Genshin Impact as well for tonight. We are back tomorrow morning with Assassin's Creed Black Flag as we continue our journey for that tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow evening we are back with Genshin Impact. So the plan tomorrow evening is we'll do a multiplayer stream where we'll have a couple of people hopefully jump in with us, and we'll go and do the multiplayer stuff. There isn't a massive amount you can do. It does mean staying away from quests, but we can hopefully clear some ley lines at least and stuff like that. It's kind of my thinking. Unless anyone has any ideas of what we could do instead as a multiplayer side. Why do you keep saying about hope when no one gets sick, Cass? You said that earlier as well, and I didn't quite understand it. You're going to miss it tomorrow, are you? No worries. We'll arrange another one, Simmer, as well. More than happy to arrange another one another time. Not a problem. But yeah, that is it. So yeah, Black Flag tomorrow morning, Genshin Impact tomorrow evening, and on the channel there's daily content of other things. Car Mechanic Simulator went live this afternoon. You've got the new multiplayer series with me and my son doing Dirt 5, the free PlayStation Plus game for January. That's going live again. The second episode's tomorrow. Watch Dogs starts Saturday. There's lots of things going on for all different tastes, I suppose you should say that. But that is it for this evening. So thank you all very much for the comments, the likes, the views, and the conversation. You guys have been incredible, as always. I generally mean it. I hope no one feels sick, because it's an awful feeling. It's just a weird thing to say. But it's all good. It's all good, Cass. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. I don't know why. But no, we're all healthy. Well, we're as healthy as can be. We're not sick. We're just different. Let's put it that way. But thank you all very much. It's been a fantastic stream. We'll see you all again very soon. If we don't see you the rest of the week, have a good week. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye. You're definitely a weird, lovable cast, though. I'll give you that.